Welcome in, I'm Stacy. Today we are checking out Pantasy, not a set, but the company itself. Over the last year, I've been fortunate enough to have had the opportunity to build 7 Pantasy sets, and I think it's time to find out a little more about them. Our contact with Pantasy is Luna, and it has been an absolute joy to work with her. Communication often begins with an email, and it's here where we discuss the details of our next collaboration. Luna works 8 hours a day during her 5-day work week, and her favorite sets are the Pantasy Steampunk Train Station and the Sherlock Holmes 221B Baker Street apartment. You can see she tends to like scene-based builds that look fabulous on display. So, if you're a fan of these sets, you will be happy to know it's at this point Luna teases us and says she thinks the upcoming releases for 2025 are even more exciting. Now that you know a little more about our contact, let's talk about Pantasy, the company. Pantasy was established in 2020 and celebrated 4 years this past August. This box is actually a gift that I was fortunate enough for Pantasy to send me to celebrate those 4 years. In this box is 4 very well themed magnets that represent some of their awesome sets. Pantasy sets are known for using high quality gobricks and for their pad printed pieces. I really love the name Pantasy. It rolls off the tongue and people initially think you're saying fantasy. When you look at some sets like Astro Boy, Le Petit Prince Starry Castle, and Kung Fu Panda Dragon Warrior, you get an idea of how they dream and realize the name Pantasy is perfect. When Pantasy first started out, it was the launch of Astro Boy that really put them on the map. And since then, IPs like Garfield, The Little Prince, and Dragon Ball have helped carry the brand forward. Pantasy has a rapidly growing team that rallies around their motto, which is built to be iconic for the love of collectors. And with collections like Garfield, Dragon Ball, and Sherlock Holmes, this kind of proves they operate with that motto in mind. This team of very talented individuals has released over 150 brick sets and has over 30 different IP partners. So make sure you check the description of this video to see how you can check out Pantasy on all of their various social media platforms. Next, I wanted to know, how does Pantasy manage to keep their sets much more reasonably priced than Lego? And not being a Lego employee, Luna respectfully chose not to answer this question, and I completely understand. I personally suspect companies like Pantasy make concessions on profits. This in turn becomes a much more affordable product for the consumer. Now, product development was my next area I wanted to explore. I wanted to know a little about the process. Luna graciously shared the following. Once the product team determines the theme, the marketing department gets busy conducting market research. Once an idea moves past this phase, the initial draft needs to be finalized. At this point, Pantasy holds several internal reviews, and if the product is related to an IP, it will also undergo approval from the IP holder. After confirming the product structure, craftsmanship, and other details, production begins. Once production is completed, the product then undergoes a round of testing and verification before it's officially launched to the market. Obviously, this is a lengthy process and can vary depending on the set, but on average, you would be looking at around a year or so to complete. It's a lot of time. To date, their most popular sets are Astro Boy, the Retro Gumball Machine, and Sherlock Holmes 221B Baker Street Modular. I guess I'm missing an Astro Boy. And with that said, I wanted to know what sets they feel were overlooked by the consumer. This answer kind of surprised me because I actually have one of them and it is fabulous. Anyhow, the sets are the Retro Food Truck, the Popeye Treasure Hunt Steamship, and the Retro 90s PC set. If these last 2 sets are anything like the food truck, then you should really check them out while you still can. If you are liking this video and finding it useful or entertaining, please click that thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. And if you really like what you see, consider becoming a member. Our membership is $1.99 a month, and you get more of this. Next, it was on to Amazon, as I wanted to know how has the relationship with Amazon impacted their operation, and the reply was simple. Amazon, as a trusted platform, encourages people who want to try Pantasy for the first time to place an order. Additionally, some Amazon users discover Pantasy on the platform and make purchases. This statement really resonated with me. I know my first Pantasy order, the bakery, came from Amazon. There's something comforting about no hassle returns, especially when purchasing something unknown. I'm not sure we would have bought the bakery or even looked at Pantasy without the backing of Amazon, and I find you're also likely to find a better price. Companies frequently post sales throughout the year, and then they also take part in Amazon Prime Days. And of course, don't forget about free shipping with your Prime membership. To wrap up my questions, in hopes of getting some juicy insider information, I asked Luna if she had anything extra to share. She did mention how excited she is for the Pantasy 2025 releases, and then she left us with this. And although not a hospital or a school, we should be on the lookout for a new modular building soon. And you know I was very excited to hear that bit of information. When I look back, the Sherlock Holmes modular dropped in May of last year. In fact, this was the first project we collaborated with Pantasy. This set is amazing and so true to the Sherlock Holmes IP, and as far as I'm concerned, it sets a very high bar for Pantasy. And seeing what Pantasy has released since, I am confident they will reach it. Just so you know, I will be on the lookout for any information on this set, and anything I can share, I will. Luna also mentioned they are very open to ideas about modular buildings. So if you have an idea, leave it in the comments. I know Luna reads these because your comments give Pantasy a much better idea of how the consumer feels about their products, and they use this valuable information to help shape the future. In fact, we recently participated in a survey for them from a content creator perspective, and we used a lot of your feedback to craft our response. So, do you have a favorite Pantasy set? If you saw our Set of the Year award video, you'll know mine is the Pantasy Bakery for sentimental reasons. But it's hard to ignore the functionality of the gumball machine, the playability of the gramophone, and the durability of the G-Pattern. The New York Yellow Cab and the retro food truck are terrific builds and conversation pieces. And of course, I think the bakery and Sherlock Holmes look fabulous in my city. This company is only 4 years old and is poised for tremendous success in this industry. So that's all I have for today. I hope you found this helpful and gained a little more knowledge on this rapidly rising top brand brick company. Thank you to Luna and to Pantasy for taking the time to answer my questions. So until next time, keep clicking those bricks.